Hi there, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeward Studio. The holidays are upon us and Christmas is just 2 days away. Can you believe it? I just can't believe how fast it comes and goes. And with all that said, I haven't even shared all of my ideas, but I am out of time. So I picked 3 last minute, quick and easy crafting ideas to share with you. Crafting is one of my hobbies that is stress relieving for me. I hope it is for you too. And let's just get right into the video and I'll show you how I've been relieving my stress. So this is the first piece we're going to make. It is a wall hanging, or it could be a shelf sitter, using a soldier from the Dollar Tree. So I have one of those, and I have this from the Dollar Tree plus the wood frame there. It was $3, and this paper was from Hobby Lobby, 69 cents. I'm sure I got that on sale from there. I have this pick from the Dollar Tree. It's just a poinsettia. And I have this clear sheer ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's red. And I have this pine needle pick, also from the Dollar Tree, and this Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint. So we are going to spray this soldier. But before we do that, we're going to remove all of the hair, the beard and the hair. This was a struggle for me because it was really wedged in there and glued in there, but I had to take the scissors to it. So now, after I spray paint, he's drying right now, and we're just going to put the paper in here this best way I know how, and then just crease it with my finger. And then on that crease, I'm laying the ruler so I get a straight line on the top and on the bottom, or on the side I should say. And then I'm going to cut it out. And so I did not want to paint the perimeter of this, but I have this gold glittery paint, and I have silver. I use it all the time. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I just sprayed the perimeter and just the inside of the edge with that to give it a gold shimmery appearance. Now I have this Aleene's tacky glue. Mine is pretty dried out, but I managed to use the rest of it here. And now I'm going to put the paper on the inside. I cut it just a little bit too short, so I'm going to put it on the bottom, and then I'm going to have the top showing, peeking through right there, because we're going to put some picks up there. You're not going to see it anyway. And I just pressed it down firmly, took my little roller there, rolled it out, and now it's time to add the picks. So I always cut these as long as I can, because you can always make them shorter if they're too long. And then I place them where I want them. And then when I'm done, I take a zip tie, and then I tie it in the middle, and then we're going to glue it right on top. And I have a couple little pieces here that I'm just gonna fill in some holes with, and then I'm gonna add the poinsettia right in the middle. And from that same pick, I have these leaves, and I'm just gonna put one up on top and one on the other side on the bottom. And I have this sheer ribbon, and this is probably about 4 inches long. I dovetailed one end of both of them, and then I just kind of pinched it and twisted it on the other side, and I put a bunch of hot glue in there and just glued it underneath one of those picks or one of those pine needles. I wanted I didn't want like a bunch of ribbon on it. I just wanted it to look like tails were coming out of the poinsettia. And now that this little guy is dry, I'm gonna add the mustache and the little hair pieces on the side back. I'm just gluing them on there. This kind of looks more like a goatee, I think, but something different. And now I have that joy sign, that or word, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue it onto that. And by the way, today's video is part of a collaboration. There are no hosts. It's just a bunch of amazing, talented crafters who want to share some of their last minute ideas. So check out the playlist in my description box below, and you can watch and see what everybody has created, and I hope you enjoy it. So back to the video. This is the next project. It is a Christmas tree made out of one pick, and I just used the leaves. So here is what you're going to need, and I believe this is all mostly from the Dollar Tree. Both of those picks are the green shiny leaves, and then the holly berry, then that's very shiny. I have this ribbon again. I didn't use that joy sign, but I did use one of those, and that's from Walmart. I used Mary. And then the wood piece there is a wood frame. This here is from the Dollar Tree. And I just removed this little piece here because we're not going to need that on the side, and you could see it from the front. It was kind of a bugger to remove, and I cracked the wood a little bit. So if you are doing this project, be careful. And so now I'm taking this and I'm cutting every single leaf off. I'm not leaving the stem or anything, just the leaf. And there are small, medium, and large leaves. And I put them in a pile. And then first I kind of made the tree out on my mat, as you can see. So I kind of did a dry run on it before I made it permanent. And now I'm gluing the leaves on. And I'm actually gluing the leaves on backwards. So I flipped them around because I thought it would just give it, more definition. So I started off with 7 on the bottom, and then I went to 6 and so forth and so on. And hey, if you are a subscriber, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. My channel continues to grow. You guys are the best. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing, because if you like this kind of, or these kind of DIYs, Dollar Tree, thrift flips, home decorating, tips and tricks, and so on, you're going to want to subscribe, and it really helps me out too, so I would appreciate that. And now back to the video. I just kept on moving up on the tree. The bigger leaves are on the bottom, the smaller ones are up on the top. So there are the large leaves, and then the medium leaves, and then the small ones. And then after that, I just took the ones that were left over, and I'm just filling in any little hole that you can see. And now I have these sparkly red berries, and I'm putting them in like little clusters all over the tree. And now I have this Mary sign, and I'm putting some Gorilla super glue on it in a couple spots, and then I put hot glue in a couple different spots. And I don't know if you've ever done this, but I mixed, and it was kind of an accident, hot glue with super glue, and I really thought I was gonna gag. It like went up my nose and it burned, and it was terrible. So don't do that. Let me do the mistakes for you. Anyway, so, and don't touch the metal where the hot glue is either, because you'll really burn your hand. I've done that too. Believe me, if there's a mistake, I'm afraid I don't even have a saw, because I can't even imagine. Anyway, that was a little grotesque, but I have this ribbon, and I just made it a little bit shorter than the width of the sign, and I just dovetailed both ends and tied it off in the middle, just one long piece. And then now I have this sheer mesh, and then I'm just gathering it up a lot, like 10 times, and it almost forms kind of like a poofy flower. And so I also tied that off and glued it up there, and I felt like it needed something else, and I have a silver bell. It's not a shiny one, it's more of a hammered silver bell, and I put that on top. And there you have it. And here's our last project. This is another really fast, inexpensive, easy project. So here's the things you're going to need. I have this from the Dollar Tree. It's like a snow globe wood piece. I got these from Amazon. I didn't use the mitten one, but I had a bunch of like snowman faces. So I ordered a pack of that. It was like $10 or something. They have a ton of them. I have these sparkly black socks from the Dollar Tree. The scarf is from the Dollar Tree. I did not use these, but because I went in a different direction. But you could use those if you, I'll show you later where, like if you wanted a different hat. I have some berry picks and a pine cone, some leaves, and I have acrylic paint in white, black, and orange. Any kind of acrylic paint. Now I removed this piece here, the twine, and then I removed the sticker on the back, and then I started peeling all this off. It came off pretty well. Sometimes it doesn't come off so easy. When you get most of it off, as much as you can, just spritz it really, really well with water, and then let it set for a couple seconds. And then this is a widget. I love this. I've had this tool for many, many, many years. And it's kind of like a scraper, but it's sharp, and I just removed all that, and then I had to put it underwater again because there was a ton of glue on it, and I had to scrub the glue off of it. So anyway, finally, I painted the whole thing, front and the back and all the sides, in white paint, and it took 3 coats. And I was anxious, so I didn't let it dry. And you'll see what happens in a second. But I took my stencil and I taped it down, then I put pixie spray on the top. I probably should have put pixie spray all over, but it wouldn't have mattered because my white paint was not dry. And so I had to go over these eyes a couple times with this little dabber tool here that I thought would be, I don't remember where I got them, probably Walmart. $2 for like 4 or 5 of them or something. They're not any better than the ones at the Dollar Tree. But I stenciled the eyes and the mouth and the nose, and now I'm blow drying it. And then I want to stencil it again, and it bled really bad, probably because the paint below it was wet still. So the way I did that is I tried to fix it and I couldn't. There was too much, so I just took some white paint and I just distressed it really heavily, kind of like it was snowing all over his face. And then I took the silver spray, like the gold stuff that I had earlier, and I painted, or I sprayed it all over his face. So now he's sparkly. He looks cold and frosty. Took this sock and I cut it in half. I did not use the toe part, I used the other part. And then I hot glued it in the back first and just on the sides and the front. And then you pick up the middle there so it's away from his eyes. And then glue it. And then this hat, I folded it in, so it made a square, and it worked out really well, so I used that. Now, if you want to use a pom-pom, you can just tie it off on top and then glue the pom-pom on top. That would be cute too, but I kind of wanted the square one. And so now I'm making the scarf. I just took probably, I'd say 12 inches, and they were probably about 1.5 inches wide. Just cut 2 strips. So I'm going to glue it in the back first. And then I put, as you saw a second ago, I put wrapped the other piece around the outside of the scarf. And now I'm gluing it on the sides and now in the front. And I'm making some little fringe at the bottom here. And these socks and this scarf, when you start cutting it, it was fuzzy. I had little fuzzes everywhere, all over my hand, all over the table, and every time I would glue, the little fuzz would get stuck in it. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's all okay. And then I cut another little strip here, and I'm just gonna glue it around the hat. And now we're gonna embellish the hat a little bit. So I have this little pick that was in my stash that I already used on other projects. And I cut these leaves down a little bit because they were too big. Glued one on his hat, and then a little pine cone that you can get from the Dollar Tree too, those little ones. And then just a little cluster of berries and some greenery from that pick. Super simple, super easy, all 3 of these projects. And it's just a great last minute idea. And there you have it. Thank you for spending time with me at Home Ridge Studio. I sincerely hope and pray that you have a very merry and blessed Christmas and Happy New Year. I will see you very, very soon next year in 2024. Bye.